What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today I want to talk about how saving money is not too much work. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description, and of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account any amount, even as little as a penny. If you refer your friends to the app, they're going to give you even more free stocks, and right now, if you do that before the end of the month, only a couple days left, Webull's going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you at least one free share of Google, with the chance of winning all the way up to 20 free shares of Google. It's whatever you land on. Webull link in the description. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Okay, so today I wanted to tell a very, very quick story. I was at work the other day, and this girl that I work with, she told me that she's going to start doing food deliveries on the side, like Uber Eats, DoorDash, stuff like that. She's going to do food deliveries on the side. And I said, hey, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. Make sure you keep track of how much driving you do for that. Make sure you keep track of how much you're fueling up your car for that. And make sure you keep track of how often you do this and how much you're using your phone for that. And she said, why? And I said, because you're going to make quite a bit of money by doing that, and they're going to send you a 1099 form, and if you keep track of your expenses, you can write all that stuff off. And she's like, that's too much work. I said, excuse you? What did you just say to me? Did you just say that you're going to work your face off all year, make that 1099 money, and then when it comes time to do your taxes, you're going to pay the government as much as possible? Is that what you're telling me right now? And she said, it's too much work to keep track of all that stuff. And I said, no, it's not. What do you mean it's too much work to keep track of your expenses? You're already doing the hard work by actually working, doing the deliveries, doing the 1099 type of work. If you're a sole proprietor, if you are an independent business owner, if you are self-employed, that's the hard work. Doing whatever it is that you're doing to get that 1099 form, that's the hard work. Keeping track of the time that you spend and the distance that you go and the money that you put into this thing, that's the easy part. In fact, you can always go and get yourself a business credit card, which doesn't affect your personal credit, or even just a personal credit card. It really doesn't matter. Just a separate line of credit, and put every single expense on that one account. That way, you can take that year's worth of statements with you when you do your taxes and say, hey, every penny that this thing shows is what I spent on my business. That way, you don't have to keep track of anything. All you have to do is have a credit card, or even a debit card. It doesn't matter. A separate debit card. That way, every time you make a purchase for this particular business, it's kept track of by default. There's a paper trail of everything you bought or every penny that you spent on this thing. It's too much work. No, it's not. Believe me, it's not. There's a reason the rich get richer. It's because they nitpick about these little things. They say, hey, I didn't spend $1 million this year. I spent $1 million. I spent $1,004,000 this year. Where's that extra $4? I spent that $4 on this. They know exactly what they spent that $4 on. They nitpick about these things. Yes, they absolutely do. And you want to know why? It's because the tax code was written by investors, business owners, and landlords. And the tax code was written for investors, business owners, and landlords. No matter what it is you're doing. I don't care if you're doing little food delivery. I don't care if you're door dashing somebody their pizza a couple times a week. That's self-employed. That's technically a small business. That's a side hustle right there. If you get a 1099, you're self-employed. You're an independent business owner, a sole proprietor, contractor, whatever you want to call it. The tax code was written for you. There's a reason you're allowed to write off your expenses. It's to encourage you to keep spending on your business and build that bad boy up. There's a reason they want you to grow it as big as possible. There's a reason they want you to expand it. They don't want you to have a little business. They don't want you to have a little side hustle. They want you to turn that into a giant corporation one day, potentially. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for all of that. They want you to become as wealthy as possible by doing it this way. It's encouraged. It's in the tax code. Not only are you legally allowed to, but you're encouraged. You're supposed to do that. It's not required, but it should be. That's not too much work. Saving money is not too much work. The work that you're putting in, that's the hard part. The easy part is just keeping track of what you're doing. Why would you want to give money away? If you're working your face off, why would you want to give away some of that 1099 money? Why would you want to write Uncle Sam a check when you don't need to? If you owe money, yeah, absolutely. Pay what you owe. No problem there. Zero problem there. 100% pay what you owe. But why would you pay what you don't owe? How is it too much work to save money there? How is it too much work to set yourself up for success when that's the easy part? Did you know? If half the money that you spend on gas at the gas station is for the business that requires you to drive around, it's a business requirement. You can't get around that. How are you going to drive your car without fuel? You can write that off on your taxes. What if the phone that you're using to accept all of these deliveries, or whatever you're using your phone for, it doesn't have to be this type of business, any type of business. What if the phone that you're using, yeah, half of it, it's your personal phone. You're using it, to talk to your friends and whatnot. But what if half the time you're doing these deliveries and whatnot, you're accepting and using it for this particular business or whatever business it is that you're running? Half of your phone bill, you got to run this by your accountant, but you should be able to write off half your phone bill, or just get a secondary phone and write the whole thing off of that, including the phone itself. You can't operate a business without your phone, so you had to get a phone. Not your fault. The business required it. How are you going to run the business without the phone? So you write the phone off and the phone bill. It's part of your business. It's required to operate and grow and expand. You mean to tell me you're going to pay for that out of pocket and write Uncle Sam a check? That is not too much work, lady. Get it together. See, this is what a lot of people fail to do. They fail to realize these little things. And I'm not an accountant by any means. Show this video to your accountant and ask them, is this guy right or wrong? Confirm it for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. The DYDSS guy may or may not know what he's talking about. But my accountant does. My accountant wants me to save as much money as possible and make as much money as possible. She told me about some expenses that I didn't even realize were expenses. She was like, hey, that counts too. I was like, it does? She said, yes, it does. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I said, write that sucker off then. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Opinions on taxes aside, nobody cares about your opinion. Nobody cares about my opinion. We're talking about the facts here. We're talking about the tax code. We're talking about the law. What are your thoughts? Is it too much work to save money? Yes or no? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. Over 50 different flavors to choose from. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account any amount, even as little as a penny. It still works, it still counts, you still get your up to 12 free fractional shares. And for every friend you refer, they're going to give you even more free stocks right now for the month of February. Time is running out, only a couple days left. They're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you a free share of Google. with the chance of winning all the way up to 20 free shares of Google. Please, for the love of God, do not pass up on an opportunity. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Take them, sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to buy whatever it is that you want to buy. We will link in the description. Everything's linked in the description. Once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Not your opinion, but the facts. When it comes to business expenses, money that you are required to spend in order to operate a side hustle. And when it comes to saving money in that way, is it too much work? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.